Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope that you all are doing well. We've had quite an interesting group of cards this past week. Before I get started on the cards, I just wanted to announce a couple of things that my goddess classes that I've been creating concerning my writing is now on my website, as well as some different classes that I had taught in the past that I put all of the classes that I can teach onto my website now. And my what's on sale this month is Reiki. So if you were needing some Reiki, just contact me and we can make an appointment. All right. Okay. So last Thursday, we had, so the week before that was very earthy. Remember, we had all of those earth signs, and now we have quite a mixture of some different stuff here. So, Thursday, the 1st of April, was the Justice card inverted, and this has us looking at injustices in our society and in our own lives, as well as how to, that we should stand up against injustices. Friday was the Ace of Water or Cups in traditional decks inverted. And this represents taking care of yourself, so self-care and self-love. And just looking at how awesome you can be and trying to make sure that you have healed yourself as much as you can and that you are fulfilled. Saturday, we had Hercules. So Hercules was a very famous Greek demigod. He was a hero, and he was always saving humans in particular, usually from his stepmother Hera. But Saturday was either you were embracing the role as the hero or you were looking for a hero to try to help you with whatever crisis or problem that you were in at that time. And also that we just needed to look within ourselves to try to find our godlike, qualities and strengths, especially. Now, Sunday was the Seven of Wands inverted, and this was feeling overwhelmed by external sources. And it was, possibly self-doubt. No, I'm never going to get through this. Questioning yourself. And this was on Easter, so I don't know if anybody had any family gatherings that were really challenging. But it was self-doubt and questioning your personal strength on Sunday. And then on Monday was the Priestess of Magic. And she represents standing in your, holding your own power, standing into your own power. And she also represents confidence, skill, and creation and doing your own magic. And then we had yesterday's card on Tuesday, which was the Brother or Page of Swords inverted. And this was a person that you may have interacted with, or maybe you were embracing these energies yourself. But the Page of Swords inverted acts very hasty. So a lot of hasty actions, a lot of talking, a lot of chit chat, and also specifically speaking before you think, and having difficulty focusing. And so that was yesterday's energy. And then today was Iala, the swan. And the swan in ancient Druidic lore represents the soul and beauty and love. In so many Celtic love stories, there were the swans. And usually they were shapeshifters, and it was often a very sad story, actually, very sad love stories that maybe often did not turn out well. But it was often trying to control another person by taking, and it was almost always a woman that was a swan, and that this guy comes along and finds her feathers and takes them, and then he gets to control her, pretty much. But it's their love stories, no less. And So this past week has been very busy with so many different ups and downs. I think that, Thursday's energies of the injustice, I think that this was really many people watching the George Floyd case and seeing whether there will be justice served or not. And also just looking within our own lives to see what injustices there are. And with the injustices having these strengths, so we did have some personal strength and being a hero, trying to get through these, and even just the priestess of magic is tapping into your own power. So I think that this weekend honestly was pretty challenging for many of us, with our personal strength and questioning ourselves, maybe some self-doubt, and then it sort of like slipped into this energy of scattered thoughts, and then dealing with the swan energy, which it's not a negative thing at all, but it just often can be a very sad love story or a sad ending of a love story. So this is a lot of flowing of energy. So it's not just us looking within ourselves right now, and it's not just us focusing on other people. It really is this flow of energy between us and them and back again, which really just, represents how interconnected we all are. But we all, we do have to take care of ourselves in order to face all of these challenges. And the Priestess of Magic, she definitely represents, what can I do? What am I able to do? And in my video for my patrons that I'm going to be making next, I'm going to be talking about new moon magic for this weekend. So if you were not a patron yet, go ahead and sign up on my Patreon page and you'll be able to watch all of the videos that I've made. And I also will be having my newsletter coming up soon, that I will be posting. But in the meantime, just looking at all of this movement of energy and things like that, I think that everybody's lives are really starting to get a lot more busy. And I think that I said this a couple of videos ago about how, as things are starting to open up more, we're really sort of like a deer in headlights type of, oh gosh, how do we do this again? Because it's been a while since we've been interacting with other people. But I think that we are a lot more grounded within ourselves now, that we may be a lot more picky, a lot more pick and choose who exactly you're going to be around. And also just looking externally with this injustice, looking to see what injustices have happened and, are they going to be rectified in some way. And it's really interesting because oftentimes the hero is the one that enforces the justice, right? But we don't tend to have that in our lives anymore as far as regular old ancient heroes stepping in and fixing things for us, although many of us really wish that there were some, right? But it's looking at how can we be a superhero, how can we be, and we don't have to have supernatural strength like Hercules in order to be a hero to somebody. And oftentimes it is just the little things that, if you're seeing an injustice at your neighbor's house, maybe just making a phone call, trying to figure out what you can do rather than just turning a blind eye. I think that our society tends to just, well, that's not my problem, or I'm sure somebody else is going to do something about it. But you know what? So many people do that now that most people are not doing anything when there is an injustice or something bad that's actually happening. So really step into your power, especially with the Seven of Wands and the Priestess of Magic, as far as tapping into your magical abilities. Even if it's using your magical abilities to know certain things. And this is why I teach a lot of classes on how to work with your abilities, because it's not a matter of, there's a few people that have psychic abilities and everybody else doesn't. We all have different levels of psychic abilities. It's just, how do we use them? How do you tap into them so that you can actually, be of help to other people. Most people are afraid of using their psychic abilities, but you really need to step into that place of power, that knowing that you can utilize your magical abilities to help other people and to help yourself, because just like with the Ace of Waters inverted, we do need to take care of ourselves. And so half of your magic should be about making sure that you are healed, making sure that you're protected, all of those different things. And then it's also about being the hero to other people, of just trying to make sure that everybody's safe and that everybody has the basic needs. It is a communal way of thinking, yes, but ultimately that's what humankind is all about, is society and humankind and community. So it's really interesting how things have shifted so much just in 1 week. But I think that because of a lot of external sources, that we're having to look within and try to tap into that personal strength. So I hope that you all are well. And as I'd said, I have posted a lot of my classes, and I also just posted, now that I think about it, I posted a weekend retreat that myself and one of my friends, Druid friends, we co-teach this elemental workshop. So if you are interested in learning Earth, Air, Fire, Water, Spirit, and how to work with them, then check out my little post that the event page that I created on my Andarta page on Facebook. Okay. So I hope that you all are well, and you all have a good rest of your Wednesday. Okay. I will see you next week. All right. Bye.